Hi, I'm Paul, and today I want to share with you about a Japanese legend, Inamori Kazuo. Inamori Kazuo is known as the god of business management in Japan. At the age of 27, he founded Kyocera Corporation, and at 52, he established KDDI Corporation, both of which have made it into the Fortune Global 500. He excels in using the wisdom of Buddhism to achieve victories but chose to retire and become a monk at the age of 65, wandering and begging, to relearn the meaning of life and prepare for death. Many people do not understand why Inamori Kazuo, as a businessman, would choose to abandon worldly success and profit to become a monk. In the mindset of most entrepreneurs, Buddhism and business profit are contradictory, but Inamori believes this is a misunderstanding. His ideology runs counter to the business world's profit-only thinking, leaning more towards Buddhist thoughts of self-benefit and benefiting others, meaning to gain profit for oneself, one must also benefit others, teaching people not to consider only their interests, but also to benefit others. In practice, when he applied this ideology consistently, he achieved tremendous success in business and life. Many have wondered why he chose to become a monk. He explained that if life is only 80 years long, then the first 20 years should be dedicated to learning, growing, and preparing to enter society. The next 40 years, from age 20 to 60, should be spent working hard and contributing to society. Just as it takes 20 years to prepare for entering society, he believes that preparing for death also requires at least 20 years. To him, death in this world simply signifies the beginning of a new journey, so one should thoroughly prepare for this new adventure. Thus, he decided to become a monk to relearn the meaning of life and prepare for death. Let us learn more about how such a Buddhist entrepreneur manages his life with such a belief. Inamori Kazuo said that a person should be a person without emotions. Don't complain everywhere, don't trust people easily, and don't have too many expectations for anyone. He believes that a person's ability to control his emotions determines the height of his life. Many people care about what others say and live in other people's mouths, but have you ever thought that these trivial things will always affect your mood and then affect your mood, and your mood swings will affect your judgment? When people live in this world, don't let your emotions control you. Not only will this not solve any problems, it will also harm your body. Once, Inamori Kazuo was diagnosed with lung cancer during a physical examination, and even the hospital director was frightened. When informed of his condition, Inamori Kazuo acted calmly, just nodded, said, "Cancer, right?" and then turned and left. Afterwards, Inamori Kazuo did not sigh sadly. Instead, he continued to lecture and attend meetings as if nothing had happened. He controlled his emotions, thought rationally, and then made a major decision to donate his entire 200 billion property to his employees, and then became a monk to seek the meaning of life. Of course, he underwent surgery before becoming a monk, and it was very successful. After recovering, he entered the monastery and started a new life. During his time as a monk, he understood the sufferings of life, saw the various states of sentient beings, and experienced the joys and sorrows of the world. Of course, he also saw a brand new world. Therefore, when a person can control his emotions and not be influenced by material interests and personal sorrow, he can see the nature of the world and understand the philosophy of life. In 2010, Japan Airlines faced an unprecedented setback and filed for bankruptcy protection, shocking the Japanese people. In order to prevent the situation from deteriorating further, the Japanese government asked 78-year-old Inamori Kazuo to rescue Japan Airlines. After his retirement, Inamori immediately began rescue operations, reducing the scale of flight operations, canceling unnecessary international flights, and even negotiating loan interest with the government to make Japan Airlines' resources and efficiency more effective. In just over 400 days after taking office, Japan Airlines turned around the situation that was on the verge of bankruptcy, achieved a profit of 180 billion yen, and successfully led the company back to the Fortune 500. This successful corporate rescue operation once again won Inamori Kazuo the title of God of Corporate Management. After his success, he retired again, taking no salary during his management and not firing any JAL employees. Inamori Kazuo recalled the story of begging, mentioning that one time he was in the rain, without an umbrella, without food, and felt tired and hungry. A janitor quietly approached him and handed him a coin and a loaf of bread. This small gesture moved Inamori Kazuo to tears. Although he was wealthy, getting help made him realize that everyone needs help at different stages, and wealth cannot be measured in money alone. This heartwarming gesture gave Inamori a deeper understanding of altruism. His approach to dealing with people has also changed, teaching employees to consider others. Inamori Kazuo never complained to others about his difficulties. He always gave without expecting anything in return. When a person matures to a certain level, he will understand that dedication and contribution are actually the highest state of success. Inamori Kazuo wrote many books in his later years and shared his wisdom on life. Inamori Kazuo's works cover life attitudes, philosophical thoughts, and ethical values. His books have become a guide and beacon for many people on their path to success. Inamori Kazuo's life stories and books are a treasure trove of life wisdom and philosophy, including his way of thinking, business philosophy, and management philosophy. These are worth learning for anyone seeking professional success, understanding relationships, or wisdom in dealing with others. His books are considered must-reads. Here are a few brief planting points. First, it is essential to remain calm when making decisions. Being a calm, emotionless person does not mean being heartless. On the contrary, it reminds us to maintain rationality in the face of difficulties and pressure. Being overly emotional can affect our ability to think and make decisions. So learning to control emotions and stay calm is important. For example, in the face of an economic downturn, it is crucial to practice patience and not make impulsive decisions. At the management level, reducing expenses, carefully observing the market, and diligently developing new products are key strategies. Only when the economy starts to improve can we seize new opportunities with capital and technology. Therefore, developing the habit of calm thinking is the most important key to business success. Secondly, no matter how much we suffer or how unhappy we feel on the outside, we should not show it. Remember, your expressions and emotions can affect those who love you and make them feel depressed too. Really smart people never get angry with their family members. They know how to be kind to the people they love. Family harmony is the foundation of the family. A good life and a good family start with a good temper. In our life, we will meet many people and experience many things. Not everyone needs to be liked by us, and not everyone deserves our kindness. Often, it's not worth worrying about trivial matters. All your emotions will only surround you, and all your unhappiness and frustration will only hurt you. Sometimes when you see through a person, there is no need to expose him. There is no need to be angry if you don't like someone. You are you. It's your responsibility to do your own thing and live a good life. Don't let people you don't like or people who don't like you take over your heart. What you should pursue is making yourself happy and joyful. This responsibility is not to let people you don't like or people who don't like you occupy your heart. What you should pursue is making yourself happy and joyful in life. You don't need to smile at everyone, and you don't need everyone to treat you gently. If you can control your emotions well, hide your emotions, and face the chaos of the world with an equal heart, you will find that life is actually very simple. A person's wealth can be material or spiritual. Material wealth is affected by many factors, but spiritual wealth is determined by only one thing: our own beliefs. Therefore, I believe that through the practice of mindfulness, we can all continue to move forward on the road to wealth. I hope Inamori Kazuo's story can bring you some inspiration. Good night, my friend.